right. So welcome everybody. Welcome on in. I'm glad. Listen, this right here can really change your whole life. And I'm not saying it just to say it. I came to something just like this before, and my whole life, I would tell you, would look completely different if I never showed up. So I'm excited because I already know what can happen for somebody that's willing to apply what they learn. Now, as you coming on in, keep dropping those cities. I want to know where everybody's tapping in from. Yes, I see y'all in the building. I'm very excited right now. So let's go. Yes. And look, I want everybody to participate. Don't just watch me talk. This is an active. So right now, as of this moment, listen, type ready if you're coachable. Type like you came here to learn, take notes, and actually do something with the information. Type ready if you are ready to go. Now, make sure you go get something to write with for real. I want you to get a pen and paper because note takers are money makers. And I don't want you leaving here like, dang, I should have wrote that down. So as soon as you get it, type ready so I know that you're ready. Okay? Perfect. All right. I see them readies coming on in. Rome, I see you. Angelique, I see you. All right. I see you. Shayla, ready. Omar, Joyce, ready. So I'm talking about. If you enter the room, make sure that you dropping down your city. And if you feel that you coachable, drop that ready down in there. Perfect. Now I'm about to give y'all one quick housekeeping rule. If you're watching on your phone, that's fine. But if you can, turn your phone face down once you type in the chat because you're going to be taking notes, right? So you ain't got time to be trying to Facebook and Instagram unless you tell somebody to get on this call with you because this ain't 20 minutes on YouTube. This ain't 20 minutes on Instagram. This ain't background noise. This is one of them 20 minutes that could change your life if you actually lock in. All right, Buffalo, I see you. Pensacola, Lisa, all y'all, I see you coming on in ready. This so you want to take notes, and at the end, I want you to tell me if I lied. I didn't introduce my name. It's Technisha, but you can call me TK. So if I lied at the end, just say, "Hey, you're a liar," and I'm gonna be chuck it up. That's all I can do. Now listen, most people that come to something like this, they love it. They be like, "Oh, I can do this. This is exactly what I needed." But some people don't. And the only reason I sometimes feel that they don't, but not even just know or make an assumption here, is because they start talking themselves out of it. They start thinking, I don't know how to run no business. I don't know nothing about entrepreneurship. I don't even know where to start. But once they find out how much support they really get, the coaching, the training, the step by step, the community, it start becoming a no-brainer. So I need you to make sure you stay open-minded tonight. As a matter of fact, drop some fire in the chat if you stand locked in with me. That's what I'm talking about. Drop the love. Now you feeling me. Oh, but check this. I got something for you though. We spinning the block on this one. Hey, we doing an engagement party up in here. The ones with the most engagement. So you might want to go ahead and invite your friends because this is going to be if whoever engaging the most, you're going to get a 3-day, 2-night vacation. So if I got any leaders on the line or anything, I'm gonna make sure I try to keep up on my end. Y'all help me keep up because we're gonna honor that. So you better invite your friend because if they win, you could be like, hey, look, me and you sharing that vacation together. You heard? Okay. So, okay, bet. So let's go. All right, y'all. So I want to get real quick to it. Not too quickly, but I got the honor of introducing our next presenter. I'm so excited. This man is a Navy veteran, a former airline professional, and a real leader who decided he was called for more than just being a number in somebody else's system. He leads with purpose, integrity, and he generally got a heart for people. And that's exactly why so many people rock with him and love learning from him. And listen, in this movement, his leadership and consistency speak for itself. He's a 2025 President's Club inductee, a 2023 Servant Leader Koru Award recipient, and a 2024 Decade Award recipient. And these ain't titles off hype. He earned every bit of it off results and service. What I respect most is he makes it simple, he makes it fun, and he makes it impactful. He really cares about people getting their financial life together, and the income is just a bonus that comes with serving at a high level. So if you're ready to learn from somebody that's really walked it, stayed consistent, and still shows up with heart, you're in the right place. So I want you to go ahead, drop some fire in the chat, and help me welcome Mr. Jamal Flono.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me, Queen?
I can hear you loud and clear. Let's get it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. First and foremost, drop some crowns in the chat for Miss Day, y'all. Tanisha's been with us for a minute, man, and she's been impacting so many lives across the country. So, once say we greatly appreciate you taking time out of your evening to be here and show us some love and say all those wonderful things. Yeah, I appreciate all those kind words, man. Let's get right into it. I don't want to hold y'all too long, man. I'm gonna get y'all here next, 20 minutes, make at the most 25, right? So, you know, drop a one in the chat if you're here because you want to improve your credit, right? Okay. All right. Well, how about this? Look, drop a two in the chat if you're here because you want to make some extra money. All right. Drop a three if you ain't gonna comment no matter what I say. All right. Well, look, man, I'm Jamal Float. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Like, Tanisha was saying, she's also from Atlanta. Y'all can hear from her dialect, from the same area. And what I want to say is, man, I'm grateful to be here and share this opportunity with y'all, man. This thing changed my whole entire life. I mean, when I first got started, man, I was working at the airport, right here in Atlanta. You talking about, you know, 90, 100-degree days. Right. I remember seeing the steam come off the tarmac. I had, sweat running down my face. It was burning my eyes. I was loading an airplane, right? I actually smelled like must. And the bags were going so fast on the belt loader, you actually hear it screaming, right? I look out the plane, I see one of my coworkers. He's, late 60s, almost 70 years old, still working on the ramp at almost 70 years old, y'all. He had a stroke right in front of me. I hop out the plane to go help him. I see my man has a button-up shirt on, some hard bottom shoes. He starts walking towards our direction. He slowly starts jogging. He starts running full speed. And he runs right past us and starts grabbing bags. He's like, Jamal, I need you to finish loading this airplane. I'm like, finish loading this airplane? This man sit here about to die. And they were talking about loading a damn airplane. At that moment, I felt kind of small. I felt unappreciated. Anybody felt like they're at work? Say me. If you ever felt like you were unappreciated or just another number at work, say me in the comment section. Yeah, I see you. I see you, shit. Yeah. Yeah, Deidre. Yeah, wrong. Yeah, Shelly. Look, for me, enough is enough. I reach out to a guy's following on social media, and Tony, you're still typing the host and panelist game, right? You're still typing the host and panelist. But yeah, I reached out to a guy's following on social media. I'm gonna talk about him a little bit more later on, just a minute. But I reached out to him. I said, "Look, man, I'm willing to do anything to change my life. I'm talking about anything." And he showed me this. I said, "Look, man, I'm willing to do anything to change my life, except for this, right?" Because look, I had tried some things before. I had lost some money, and I didn't want to go down that path again. He said, "Look, Jamal, there's only two reasons why you weren't successful." He said, "One, you had the wrong coach." Somebody say wrong coach in the comment section. Somebody say wrong coach. He said, if you knew everything you need to know to have what you wanted to have, you would already be living the life of your dreams. I said, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. I said, what's number two then? He said, you had the wrong information. Somebody say wrong info, right? So he had the wrong information. He said, look, God don't love the CEO more than God loves the janitor. It's just the CEO is using better information. So look, tonight, all I want to do is give y'all enough. Like, I ain't trying to make you an expert on what we're doing. I'm not trying to make you an expert in this whole movement. I just want to give you enough information to make an informed decision. Does that sound fair, everybody? Anyway, let me finish the story. I reluctantly got started, y'all. Somebody let me know if that sounds fair, though, right? I reluctantly got started. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I didn't have the money. I actually overdrafted my account to get started. I don't know if you ever been in a situation where you had to overdraft your account to make any kind of moves, but I did it. Because I had to do something different, y'all. I overdrafted my account to get started. I'm so glad I did. That first week I made the extra 500, so I paid back the overdraft. Right. That second week, I had the second level of residual, and then 7 months later I was able to leave that job. Right. So I'm blessed because I see my credit score go up a couple 100 points a couple of times. So you know how we do, right? When you prove your credit one time, you gotta do it again, right? I'm excited because I get paid every single week. Like, well, I got an email this morning, right? I'm excited because I travel more now than I did while working at the airline and flew for free. But what I'm more excited about is what people in a position that look just like you and me in a position to win. So if you're ready to win tonight and win in a major way, let me get some W's in the chat, right? That's some W's in the chat. Let's get right into it because the whole thing about this tonight, y'all, is investing in your future. Wherever you plant your money, that's where it grows, right? So let's get into it. And I meant to have my picture on here the whole time, but it's okay, right? That's definitely my private jet in the background. That's definitely my private jet, right? I just ain't got it yet. It's coming though, y'all. It's coming. I love AI, right? Let's get it, y'all, because it's a whole movement, y'all. It's a digital economy. Welcome to the digital economy. We're talking about no inventory, no shipping, no overhead, just results, commissions, and real impact. If you really want to change your community or be someone that people can look up to, you're in the right place at the right time. Like I remember my big brother passed away, man. Uh, he had such an impact on so many people's lives that not only did they fill the whole sanctuary up, they had overflow rooms for my brother when he passed away. Right? And I thought that shows how much impact he had. Some people hadn't seen him in 10, 15, 20 years. And he still showed it. It's called impact. Somebody say impact, right? Speaking of impact, this is my mentor, right? This guy, he impacted my life. The guy I told you about it that kind of helped me get started in this thing, man. Look, from TED Talks to being, you see him picture with billionaires, right? You see the Bentleys. He's the chief marketing officer of this whole movement. He's also a #1 recruiter in his company's history, right? He's got TED Talks. He's mentored by Les Brown. He's featuring Who's Who in Black Atlanta and Who's Who in Black America. He's a Lifetime Achievement Award winner. All that means, y'all, is that he can actually help you get to where you're trying to get to. A lot of times, a lot faster than we already done it. Like, don't get confused, man. Social media have you thinking that everybody is rich in their 20s. Anybody will feel like that? Like everybody's rich in their 20s. Look, I'm telling you right now, the average person doesn't start becoming financially successful until they hit their 40s. Now, if you want to make sure you're on that trajectory to become, financially secure, you might want to lock in right now. Let's get it, y'all. And also not to mention, not for nothing, he also hit the Inc. 5. Since he became CMO, he helped us hit the Inc. 5000 list as one of the fastest growing companies in America in the last 5 years in a row, right? That means out of 7.7 million businesses, this movement, this company is in the top 0.01%. Yeah, yeah, Lisa. Social media is an income drainer. It can be, unless you know how to leverage social media. Like, we're gonna show you how to leverage social media, right? So let's get into it, y'all. This is 100% digital business. We're talking about personal credit services, business credit services, digital funding platforms for personal and business, debt resolution, tax prep, software, and coaching. You get a chance to start your own credit and money business. I want you to understand, y'all. I don't care what walk of life you are. I don't care if you're extremely successful or just getting started. We have a solution for everybody that needs it when it comes to credit and money. Somebody say credit and money in the comment section, right? Because I want you to understand we're like an Amazon for financial services. Let's look at some of these numbers though, because let's be real, man. The average credit score, for white Americans is a 734. We ain't got no problem with our less melanated friends, right? We ain't tripping about that. Hispanic Americans, the average credit score is 651. But in communities that I grew up in, y'all, in Black America, the average credit score is 627. And let's be real, y'all. Yeah, a lot of us grew up where somebody had a 627. You thought they were the most financially educated, the most financially literate person in the room, right? Am I tripping? Right? Like, I'm going to be honest, y'all. 1 in 5 Black Americans have a prime or subprime credit score. Only 20%. We got all these people on the line right now. Only 20% of y'all have above a 700 credit score. Right? That's kind of scary, right? 26% of Black adults are considered credit invisible. Like, to these billion-dollar lenders, they say we're invisible. But guess what? We're here to change that, y'all. Got a couple ways. Like, we got ways where you can, make a one-time payment, right? It's only $6.99, and not only do you get help with your credit, right? You get AI-driven, results with your credit, but you also get, credit mentoring, right? Some people say, hey, I don't have the $6.99. I ain't got the one-time fee. That's cool, right? Because we even got plans as low as $99 a month, where the AI assists you with doing the work. But either way, it's a way to help you get to where you're trying to get to. Somebody say good credit. Somebody say good credit in the comment section, right? And we got real results, y'all. We ain't just talking about it. As a matter of fact, a mentor I'll tell you about. Look, check this out. That mentor I was just talking about, Mr. Hazik Ali. Let me show y'all real quick. Pay attention.
I didn't even know I had a ticket until I saw my credit report. So started with round 1, round 2, now we at round 3. I'm up 204. I am up 204 on this one, and then on the last one, I'm up 210. You gotta love it. My Nove disputes.
Yeah, man. Somebody say real results. Somebody say real results, right? Yeah, let's get it. Antonio, you still typing hosted panelists, King, but I'm with you, right? Yeah, Butterfly. Yeah, Lisa, that's right, right? But it don't stop there, because we help businesses as well, right? We help them build business credit. A lot of people don't understand that when you start a business, it can have its own social security number, quote unquote social security number. It's called an EIN number. Most people don't understand you can get funding with your EIN number. 50% of businesses fail within their first 5 years due mainly to lack of access to capital. And I'll be honest with you, I think it looks a lot heavier in our community, right? But what everybody that started a business can get a guaranteed $50,000 in funding. Will that help them grow their business, y'all? Look, one of my mentors said the only difference between a successful business and a struggling business is business credit. Somebody say biz credit in the comment section. If y'all think 50K can help somebody that's struggling with their business right now, somebody say 50K in the comment section. I love the fact that it comes with a year of of our minority disputes credit assistance, right? I love that it comes with its own mentorship. Somebody holds your hand every single step of the way during the process. And it's not the person that invited you to the call, right? As a matter of fact, make sure I'll drop who invite y'all to the call in a minute, right? But it's not just people that invite you to the call. It's somebody that's specific for your business that's going to hold your hand every single step of the way. And we guarantee you a minimum of $50,000 or you get your money back. Somebody say, wow, if that's pretty cool. You get a guaranteed 50K or you get your money back. Somebody say, wow. Yeah, Deidre. Yeah, Vrone. Yeah, Butterfly. Yeah, let's get it, y'all. But look, real results, real results. Like, we guarantee 50,000, but look, most of our clients see, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in funding, But we guarantee you at least 50K. Like, people are getting results after results after results. How many people want to be in a position to change somebody else's lives? Matter of fact, how many people want to be in a position to change their own life? Imagine you can be a blessing and be blessed at the same time. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Angelique, I see you typing hosts and panels, but we with you, Queen. We with you, Queen, right? Like, I love this part right here, y'all. We help people with taxes. Like, we help with so many things, right? But this is one of my favorite parts is taxes, right? Because check this out. It's tax season. A lot of people gonna make, I remember, man, like, I used to be excited because, January 1st, but look, I'm about to do my tax. I'm gonna give me a little check. It was like $200, because I wasn't making no money, right? and I was going exempt all year, right? So I used to be excited about it. I know a lot of people that's excited about tax season, but me and my group, me and my family, we're excited about tax season for a different reason. We're not excited about getting refunds. We're excited because we help other people get bigger refunds, right? And check this out. Even if you make a whole lot of money, we're excited because we get to lower some people's tax bill. So we got two options, y'all. One, you can get paid for referring people to our tax partners, right? I love the fact you can get paid from taxes without having to learn how to do taxes. How many people would love to get paid from taxes without learning how to do taxes? Say me. And Dave, I see you typed in Q&A, brother. Everybody's case by case is different. And brother asks, how much funding he can get with a 792. More than likely, a nice amount, right? But we have the professionals kind of help you figure out, what works for you, right? What you qualify for, right? Yeah, Lisa said me, even though I know how to do taxes. Cool. Well, look, that gets you to my second thing, right? Because now we even offer a proprietary software where you not only, if you have a tax bill, help you scale your tax business. Because you got, nightly calls showing you how to scale your tax business from people that are making, 6, 7, 8 figures a tax season. Yeah. But both options come with mentorship, y'all. But look, we got real results too, but I ain't gonna show y'all that because we ain't trying to get flagged. You hear me? So let's get right into it, y'all. It's so many ways to get high commissions, y'all. You get paid off of credit services that actually work. You get paid off of business credit that gets funding. You get paid off of personal loans with instant decisioning. You get tax and legal tools about the law firm prices and so much more. We're gonna help people win tonight, y'all. Because my mentor always told me is 8 different ways to earn income. Matter of fact, it might be a few more. He said, look, tonight we're gonna show you how to get at least, two or three different options, right? What's the name of the company? I got you. It's called Nove, right? So this whole thing is about it. This whole company is called Nove. It's all good, right? It's so many different ways to earn, it's earned income, it's profit income, it's dividend income, it's so many different types of income, right? The average millionaire has 7 streams, right? The average millionaire has 7 streams, right? But check this out. Let's talk about some of the ways that we earn money here. It's Nove. Somebody type Nove for wrong. Appreciate that, King. And look, we're gonna help you, because I want you to go to, review Nove. It's a review Nove Money, or I'm sorry, NoveMoneyReviews.com. You can see what they're saying about it, y'all, right? But so many ways to make money, whether it's team overrides, aka leveraged income, right? There's people that want to make money because some people just want the services for themselves, and that's cool, right? You need the services for yourself, we got you. But some people want to make some real life income with this, right? You get rank bonuses, you get passive residual, you get bonus for customer gathering, you get fast start bonus, you get it's so many other ways to get paid. There's actually 10 other ways to get paid. We just don't want to make the slide too long. You hear me? All right. So, you get paid to be a referral agent. All you doing is pointing people in the right direction. I tell people all the time, you point, like you refer people to things all the time anyway, right? You get paid to refer people to things. You refer people to things all the time anyway. You don't necessarily get paid for it. You refer people to Fashion Nova all the time, to Shein all the time, to your favorite hairstylist all the time, to your favorite barbershop all the time, to your favorite shoe plug all the time, to your favorite restaurant all the time, to your favorite church all the time, to your favorite book all the time, to your favorite movie all the time. Why not refer to something like this where you can be a blessing and get blessed at the same time? Somebody say blessings in the comment section. Yeah. All you doing is point people in the right direction. We had this long presentation to tell you that you can point people in the right direction. But we're going to show you how to do it the right way and earn commissions doing it, y'all. So, we talk about real mentorship, proven success strategies, accountability and support, access to valuable networks, personal and professional growth, faster results, man. Man, look, my mentor was telling me the other day, man, he was like, man, it's good to have the right network, right? Somebody say right network, right? Someone, he told me it's good to have the right network. He said, man, I had a bunch of squirrels in my roof, right? In my attic. And they just running around having a ball in my attic. And he said, man, I wanted to call someone for pest control, and they told me it was gonna be $2,500. Now this is the thing, he has the money, but he's like, man, that seemed like a lot, right? So he called somebody in his network, right? He said, look, I got a guy for you. The guy came to the house. He said, look, I can get rid of the squirrels that's in your ceiling, but your roof is kind of chewed up. They're gonna climb right back in. So check me out. This is what he gonna do. He said, look, I'm gonna get the squirrels out there and I'm gonna repair the roof, and they did it for like $1,300. And then he said he thought he heard some more squirrels out there like a week or so later. He said they came back to check it out for free. That's what the power of good networking to do. Somebody say good network, right? We have a network of people that are successful. People that can make a phone call and make things happen. But that's what you get in this movement, y'all. You get a professional network. Yeah. Yeah, let's get it, y'all. But look, who needs this? This is a Wi-Fi business, right? We say as long as you got a data plan or some Wi-Fi, you can make some money doing it. Yeah, so this is for online coaching and creators. This is for 9-to-5ers who want more freedom. Somebody say freedom, right? This is for parents working from home, or entrepreneurs, or realtors and car sales agents, for tax professionals or insurance agents, for gig workers, anyone who wants residual or cell phone income, right? If y'all know someone that does any of this, say me. If y'all know anyone that does any of these things, say me. Because guess what? It might not be for you. But guess what? If you know somebody that does something, if you know a realtor, if you know an insurance agent, if you know a gig worker, they can get started with you and you get paid. Somebody say, wow. Yeah. But check this out. Who isn't this for? Who this isn't for, right? Anyone waiting to be motivated instead of discipline. Right? Those that are unwilling to learn basic financial literacy. Look, anyone that is allergic to personal responsibility. Those who think only one income source is enough. Right? And for those that believe financial security comes from employers and not skills. Look, I don't know about y'all. This sounds like people I don't want to be around, right? But I'm about to wrap this thing up, man. I'm about to wrap it up. Check this out, man. This is like a franchise, right? Like a Subway, right? So we don't sell sandwiches around here. Like, for example, a Subway, costs about $15,000. Actually costs about $65,000 to $70,000, close to $80,000 to start a Subway franchise. But look, you get paid for that proven success, right? You get paid because it's a turnkey business where, the system's all in place, the pricing's in place, the branding's already established, right? You just step in as the owner operator and serve your clients. This is kind of like that, except for look, it's low startup costs in comparison. There's no need to create products. The system and the pricing is already done for you. All you got to do is bring your character, your work ethic, and the rest is done for you, right? So let me ask you this. Do you want to be a credit and money plug? Do you see the value in having your own franchise-like brand that can run from anywhere? Do you have a passion for financial literacy, creating income, or making an impact in the community? If you do, say yes, right? I see you, Antonio. I see you, Deidre. Yeah. So, just to finish that example off, y'all, it's about $15,000 a year just to own a Subway. Ain't that interesting? Like, you already paid, and the fact that you can only make about $65,000 to $90,000 after expenses is crazy. What if you can earn the same or more for a fraction of the price? That's what we're here to do, y'all, with Nove. Somebody say Nove is a no-brainer in the comment section. Somebody say Nove is a no-brainer. That's the name of the company right here. I'm showing y'all, look, this is how some people get paid here, y'all. Like, you look at the residual side. This is what some people are making. This is not what some people are making in a year. This is what some people are making in a month, y'all. Yeah, I've been blessed to fortune to some of these myself. What some people are making in a month. I love it, y'all. If I could show you a way to make an extra, $4,000, $10,000, $30,000 a month, showing people how to be in a better financial position, would you be interested? That's what I'm showing you now. Look. We're gonna show you, because people get into it already, y'all. Like Miss Jasmine Baker, or Miss Lexus Clark, or Miss Meek Mill, or Miss Kanisha Monet, or that young, handsome young brother on the bottom right there with the black suit on with the glasses. That dude's handsome. I don't know if y'all know that. If you don't know him, you should get to know him, right? And humble. He's humble too, right? Our King Joe Gates said level 3 bonus, right? That level 3 bonus is a little bit different, y'all. Level 3 bonus, you're talking about $3,000 a month for cars. Some people like, man, I don't got 3,000. I don't have $3,000 worth of cars. Well, look, go ahead. If you don't want, you can give me the money. I'll go buy the car. I'll drive the car for you. It's cool. I ain't tripping, right? So I love the fact that once you get 5 customers or 5 teammates, you already got a free business. Somebody say free business. Yeah, once you get 5 customers or 5 teammates, that's a free business. That's an extra $3,000 too. Yeah, it's an extra $3,000 for just your cars. I'm blessed to have 1 car bonus, but I want some more. I plan on expanding my territory. So why not have a couple of nice cars around there? You hear me? Like, look, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna show you a game plan. Once you get started, we'll show you a game plan. This ain't all the money you can make, but it's just, with an extra, almost $3,000 help y'all, start in the right direction. Would y'all feel a little more comfortable if you were starting in the right direction with an extra $3,000? Look, I'm not saying, and we're gonna show you a game plan how to get the extra, 2815, right? I'm not saying enough to quit your job. But would you walk in there a little different if you had an extra 2815 coming in every single month? That's just your first 30 days, y'all. But we're gonna show you a game plan to make it happen. It's for the one that want real momentum, the one who who want to really change their life. Yeah. So there's only 2 ways to get started, y'all. It's the Affiliate Pro. It's $349, right? It's $349 to get started. Like, yeah, look, some people, I tell people, we don't despise small beginnings. So if you ain't got the whole $349 to get started right now, it's okay. We help you get started from $199, help you make some money, and you upgrade $349. Somebody say go pro, right? Somebody say go pro. Because you get paid off for the free credit service, you get paid off for the tax service, you get paid off the free, you get a free credit training, you get free business credit training, you get residual bonuses, you get to offer free vacations like we're about to give away to somebody, right? We're about to give away to somebody, right? We're talking about to over 50 destinations, y'all. Not a timeshare. So whoever was most engaged, y'all, I don't know who y'all think had the most engagement. Who you think had the most engagement, y'all? We done, y'all. I want y'all to go ahead and get started. Text the person who invited you to the call, say you ready to get started. Text the person that you invited to the call that you're ready to get started, y'all. Yeah, GoPro is a great book. Yeah, okay. Angelique says she's ready to get started. Who invited you out, Angelique? Who invited you out? Yep, I'm gonna just say welcome to the family. Yeah, Rome say you ready to get started. I'm gonna say welcome to the family, y'all. I want you to understand these are real pictures, right? These are real pictures. And look, check me out. This is what I want you to understand. Text person that invited you out. For those who wanted to be in the consultation, Angelique. Oh, Pittsburgh. Okay, somebody in Pittsburgh invited Angelique Nesbitt. So I don't know if it's Shayla or is it Orlando? But get back with the person who invited you out. Okay, Shayla, I got you. Yeah, Shayla's gonna she's gonna hop on the phone with you, man. But we'll probably have a conversation. Look, for everybody else, I want you to text the person that you will hear and let them know you're gonna get a free consultation for those that didn't win. I'm kind of Tanisha. If you go through the chat, like who you think had the most engagement? If you had to guess, who you think had the most engagement?
Oh, this was a hard one because I was doing my best to keep up with everybody. I mean, Rome was jumping in. Lisa, she definitely was jumping in. I mean, like Angelique, like child, they were showing out, all of them. Like, I don't think nobody left from the keyboard, honestly.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, and definitely Antonio definitely typing the hosts and panelists the whole time. But this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Text person will invite you out. Look,
Antonio
you
too.
at least leave with a free consultation. Text them, hey, text person will invite you out and say, I want my free consultation. Right? They're gonna do a financial needs analysis for you to figure out kind of what your needs are. And we're gonna get this thing started. But I'm gonna say welcome to the family. Y'all see all these people. Look, we want to see you in a room with us real soon, y'all. We want to see, like, if y'all see this room keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more impactful. So I want y'all to text person who invited you out. Let them know you need your free consultation. And I'm gonna say welcome to the family. We're gonna hop on the phone in just a minute, Angelique. We'll hop on the phone in just a minute, and let's make it happen, y'all. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But look, make sure you do something today. No, matter of fact, before I even say it, y'all, look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this story, man. I just want to make sure that I leave y'all the right way. I'm gonna leave y'all with this story. It's okay if I tell y'all one more story before we get up out of here, y'all? Because I want to make sure, right? I want to make sure that you understand why this is so important, right? Like when I first got started, man, like you see, we had this all white yacht party right here on the bottom, right? It was one of the biggest yachts in Miami. And I had a ball the first one I went to. The second one, I missed the second one because my big brother was getting married. And I was excited by by him getting married. He met the love of his life and everything. And they had a beautiful wedding. It was outside, and it was, it guards outside wedding. I was sweating at the wedding, right? We had quite a few, adult beverages at the ceremony. And we had a time, though. We had a time, right? My brother had went to the doctor that morning. I didn't think anything about it. He went to the doctor that morning. And, we went to the wedding, had a ball. I missed the yacht party, but it's okay. I got a chance to be with my family. We had a time. Fast forward a few weeks later, I see my brother. He lost some weight. It's like, what's going on? He's like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got stage 4 cancer. He's like, we're gonna beat it though. I ain't tripping. My brother, like, look, I always win. I got my brother had a 6-figure job in a 6-figure tax business, right? He would have loved this thing. He actually did love Nove. I got pictures of him in Nove, right? And he's like, yeah, I got 6-figure tax business. He was, all state in basketball. He had scholarships to all these other schools, around the country. Cause he's like, man, I win. It's what I do. I win. Right. A few weeks later, my brother loses. I see my brother a few weeks later. My brother had lost almost 100 pounds. He couldn't walk up the steps to his bedroom anymore. He had to move a medical bed to the living room. During that time period, my mom, she had to be at work every day. My pops, he worked on the railroad. He had to leave the state to go work. His new wife, she had to go work every day because he wasn't making an income when he was sick. Right. My niece, she played basketball too as well. She worked in a whole nother, she was at school, in another part of Georgia. During that time period, I was there to take care of my big brother, y'all. We got real close. My brother had lost his voice, he couldn't even speak. And fast forward a few more months, my big brother lost his battle with cancer. And it was super tough, y'all. It was one of the toughest. It's actually still the toughest things I've ever been through in my life. But I'm blessed because I said yes to opportunity, y'all. Because of the fact that I said yes, my brother got sick. I was there to take care of him. I was there to take him to the stores, take him to his doctor's appointments, because everybody else had to work. I tell people all the time, man, when you say yes, you have an opportunity for something to change. When you say no, nothing changes. Because we know life's gonna happen, y'all. We know life's gonna happen. Like, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it can be your sister, it could be a brother. God forbid, be one of your kids. And I could have lost everything and lost my brother. But because I said yes, y'all, I was getting paid every single week from this business, even when I was distracted by the grief I was going through. So just remember that, y'all. When you make this decision tonight, it's not about what's going on right now. It's about the things that you can't see that's happening. So look, get back with the person who invited you out, y'all. Let them know that you're ready to get started. And look, make sure you do something today that your future you will be proud of. And look, go be great on purpose. Let's grow.